Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Umineko. I gotta say, this episode was pretty thrilling and engaging, if only because it was a lot more action-packed and not as overtly dramatic as episode 4's actions was. But all the while, it was still impressive and I liked it nonetheless. So if anything else, guys, we're gonna continue on from there. Hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for all love and support. And let's carry on. Alright everyone, welcome back.
自らのこととはいえ、私にも思いつけなかったとは情けない。そして、我が血族がこれだけ揃い、私を理解しているのが、6年を経て帰ったバトラだけというのも情けない。バトラ、私の代役であるぞ。無様な真似は見せるな。
おう、じじい。後宮家当主の貫禄ってやつを客どもに教えてやるぜ。
何をなさるおつもりですか、お父様。
夏日ベアトリーチェ、見ているがいい。後宮家当主とはどういうものか教えてやる。
バトラめ、何をしてみせるつもりやら。
何もできるわけがないです。この部屋は完全な密室なんですから。
夏代おばさん、こっちへ来てくれ。そして今から話す通りに動いてくれ。
Butler called Natsuki over to the window and whispered something to her with his back towards the others.
ミス・ドラノール、万が一はありませんよね。この部屋から金蔵と魔女を取り逃すようなことはありえませんよね。
無論です。ガートルード、コーネリア、そして英主体。密室の封印は完璧か、今一度確認するのです。
金兄、謹んで申し上げ奉る。我らの結界は完璧なりや。
金兄、隠し扉はなく、扉からも窓からも逃れることかなわず。英主体はバトラが結界を破りしとき、躊躇なく矢を放ちたまえ。
シエスタ隊、了解であります。バトラ様、お覚悟を。
この部屋から脱出なんて不可能です。でも、あいつはやるに。どうやって？根拠がなくてもやり遂げると確信できる。それが後宮の当主ってもんに。
ですな、見せてもらいましょうか。
ええ、リーチェの対戦相手の貫禄ってやつをね。
では始めるぜ。
Everyone nodded and watched Battler's every move.
じい様である俺はこうしてベッドで横になり、夏日おばさんの一日の報告とやらに相槌を打っていた。
Battler lay down on the bed himself. As if it still mattered now. Erika grumbled about the disturbing crime scene, but no one listened to her.
そして俺は返事をしなくなり眠った。まあどうせ長話に飽きて寝たふりでもしたんだろうぜ。
貴様は分かっておるわ。
私はお父様がお休みになったのを見届け、黙礼してから立ち去ります。
Natsuki lowered her head to Battler, who was still lying down in the bed, and turned around. Then she started wandering around as though doing an inspection of the room.
夏日おばさんはじい様の就寝を見届けた後、室内のチェックをしてから退出するそうだ。もちろんシャノンちゃんたちに毎日掃除をさせてるんだが、それでもおばさんは細かくチェックしているわけだ。埃が落ちてないかどうか、消耗品は切れてないかどうか。
はい、大切な当主様の部屋ですから、使用人任せにせず自らでも細かくチェックしています。これは必ず行っていることです。
そうです。奥様は普段からとても丁寧にチェックしています。
チェックは細かく、水場の消耗品一つ一つにまで及びます。
つまりよくテレビドラマで見るような窓辺の埃だけじゃねえ。水場の洗剤の残量やトイレのトイレットペーパーの残数さえ見て、毎日でなくてもいいだろうに、まめなことさ。
それが日課です。一日たりとも当主様のお部屋のチェックに気の緩みがあってはなりません。
それが何だって言うんですか？もったいぶるのも大概にしてください。
もったいぶるのは探偵の特権でしょ。
探偵はこの私。
こうして書斎にいればわかるだろうが、書斎という名で呼んではいるが、ここはもはや屋敷の中に存在するセカンドハウスと言ってもいい。寝室があり、書斎があり、水場があり、トイレも風呂もある。つまり一つの部屋じゃない、一つの家と言っていい。
Oh, he's going down this route. Okay.
書斎内の構造説明感謝です。しかしそのどこかに隠れるという手はすでに破られています。
隠れはしないさ。だが資格はいくらでもあるはずだ。例えば夏日おばさんがトイレットペーパーの数を調べにトイレに入ってる間、夏日おばさんから書斎のほぼ全ては死角となる。つまり書斎のほぼ全域から観測者が消えたわけだ。
観測者消失。金蔵が失態します。
金兄、書斎内に魔女の闇が充満せしこと申し上げ奉る。
よいぞ、闇の力が満ちてきた。
観測者が夏日がいなくなったからなんだと。それで
じいさまはようやく小うるさい夏日おばさんが姿を消したので起き上がる。
どうして
このようなイカれた夜にイカれた天気の夜空をめでることに勝る酒の魚はないわ。
夏日おばさんがトイレという資格にいる以上、じいさまには書斎を自由に歩き回ることが可能になる。
It was possible for him to move without Natsuhi's knowledge. It was possible for him to move without contradicting what Natsuhi knew.
警告！バトラが書斎扉に接近するであります。
金兄、書斎扉のロック解除時には騒音が鳴り響くものなりや、夏日に不審に思われずして扉より出ることかなわぬと知りたまえ。
As well as laying that stupid little paper that this girl put in. Because Battler had acted as though he was heading for the door, Gertrude, who was sealing the door, immediately issued a warning. Maybe it was possible for him to leave the study while Natsuhi's blind spy. However...
そうよ、音よ。オートロックの解除には大きな音がするのを私たちは知っているわ。書斎内の死角に夏日がいたとしても、オートロックを解除する時のあの大きな音は聞き逃さない。不審に思わないはずがない。
金兄、夏日は扉の開く音、在室中に聞くことはなかりけりこと申し上げ奉る。
The washroom and the toilet are very close to the door. Even if they hadn't been, that auto lock always lets off such a massive sound. She'd be able to hear that sound no matter what. Natsuhi had already spoken with Erika and the others about the details of the previous night, and she had made it quite clear that nothing out of the ordinary had occurred. He argued that Natsuhi could have failed to hear the lock would not work.
金兄、重ねて申し上げ奉る。扉より金蔵が出入ること、叶わぬものなり。
金兄、無駄なあがきと申し上げ奉る。意図愚かなり。
確かに破れねえな。扉の姉ちゃんの赤は。だが窓のあんたはどうだ。
Turning his back to Gertrude, who claimed that leaving the door was impossible, Battler locked his gaze on Cornelia, who stood in front of the window.
しっかり張れよ。結界とやら。お前ぶっ飛ぶぜ。
By now, Battler's target was clear. It was Cornelia. And it was the window. He was going to smash this locked room from the window. Not expecting to be chosen as the target herself, Cornelia was overawed for just a second, but she quickly regained her composure. Although it was rare, it happened sometimes that a witch struggling to flee would directly target the one setting up the barriers. And it was always the witch's last futile resistance at the brink of death.
金兄、慎んで申し上げる。バトラの標的はあなた、コーネリア。注意申し上げるものなりや。
意図愚かなり。神よ、この愚かなる子羊を憐れみたまえ。
羊じゃねえ。後ろ宮家当主ってのはな、わしなんだぜ。片翼でもな。その程度の窓で書斎にいつまでも閉じ込めておけると思うんじゃねえぜ。
Starting from a low posture, both silent and supple, Battler ran forward like a white leopard.
まさかこいつは。これは
金兄、我が赤が破れる道理はなし。そなたの望み叶うことなしと知りたまえ。
Cornelia thrust out both her arms and drew a sign. When she did, a red barrier blocked the way ahead of Battler.
無駄と申し上げ奉る後ろ宮バトラ。金兄、我が窓は内より閉ざされ、また夏日が金蔵を逃したることもなし。
Oh, we know that already.
夏日おばさんがじい様を逃がしたんじゃねえ。じい様が夏日おばさんに隠れて自ら抜け出したとしたら。
どうして窓から自分で出るんですか、金蔵が。
Because he's Kinzo.
このイカれた晩に雨天へ飛び出すくらい酒の座興程度にしかならぬわ、私にとってはな。
でもここ3階ですよ。ありえません。
そなたとて階段を降りるとき1段くらい飛ばすこともあるであろう。金蔵なら3階くらいは
やりかねませんな。
やりかねませんね。
そんなバカな。
Blue cracks appeared in Cornelia's red barrier and it shattered with a crisp sound. It was all far too quick. It looked almost as though she had gotten out of the way herself in fear of Battler.
エンドレスナイン、魔法抵抗力エンドレスナイン。
コーネリア様、防げません。退避を。
At the same time the barrier shattered, the window behind Cornelia's back was flung open. The curtains fluttered for just an instant. Though it was filled with rain, the heavens in the courtyard were spread out in front of them. A fitting exit for an eagle leaping from the locked room.
コーネリア、結界を張り直すのです。
御意、上司ドラノール。ここを破ること断じて叶わぬと知りたまえ。
Cornelia quickly came back to her senses and set up another red barrier. However, this was the last one.
金系、慎んで申し上げ立てまつる。なれば、金蔵の窓よりの脱出を仮に認めようぞ。ならば、外より閉められぬ窓の施錠はいかようにしたのか。窓は内側より施錠されていた。
How hilarious would it be if there was an auto lock?
ダメだな。
ああ、全然ダメだ。
Kinzo and Battler grinned. She thought this feeble red could block the charge of Battler and Kinzo, the two family heads.
じいさまが窓より飛び出した後、夏日おばさんはちょっとした隙間風に気づいただろうさ。そして窓辺に近づき、窓が開きっぱなしになっていたことに気づき、慌てて閉めて施錠したんだ。
私がまさか窓から抜け出したなど、夏日は想像もできなかったろうな。
ああ、だから夏日おばさんがじいさまはベッドで寝ていると思ったのは当然のことなんだ。
I was about to say, if she went to lock the window, wouldn't she know that there's a body missing from the bed? Now that Battler had found the answer, the red barrier was more fragile than thin glass. The red magical wall of certainty had been smashed again, so easily that it disgraced the name of certainty itself. Could it be believed? That barrier was more firm than any shield Ronov had ever used against Jessica, and yet it had been destroyed so easily. Though Battler was charging furiously forward and had almost reached Cornelia, she didn't step aside. Her steel spirit, worthy of the name Eisern Jungfrau, didn't allow her to step aside. She took a talisman from her pocket, placed it in thin air, and drew a sign. Then, not red, but blue burned there. Though it was far more frail than the red barrier, it was her last method of resistance.
ここは通さぬ通さぬ。金系金系。されどここは3階。窓よりいかにして翼なき人間が逃れるというのか。ここは通さぬ通さぬ。それを知りたまえ。
ぐだぐだうるさいわ。そこで見ておれ。
これがその答えだ。
This is a bit much. Battler flew. He burst through Cornelia's blue barrier, smashing it away, and his body flew out the window into the darkness of the rainy sky. The fragments of the blue barrier scattered, leaving the blue dust in their wake, coloring the air beautifully. The locked room had been smashed open. Battler had jumped from the mansion. He was in the sky above the rainy courtyard. All of the raindrops had become small, round gems that were scattered through the air. Battler was floating through the jewelry box world of this beautiful stormy sky filled with countless raindrop gems. In the sky of a world frozen in time, Delanor and Battler faced each other. If Battler, who had smashed and flown out the window, was like a knight leaping off a white horse, then Delanor, who flew in the air waiting for him, was also a knight. In the air above the courtyard surrounded by the Ushumiya mansion and frozen in time, the true new head of the Ushumiya family and the disciple of heaven who would test him cross paths.
見事です。たとえあなたが中庭に落ち生きようが死のうが、金蔵に密室が打ち破れたことに変わりはない。命を捨てて飛んだあなたこそ殉教者。よくぞ我らの密室結界を打ち破ってみせました。あっぱれです、後ろ宮バトラ。されど我こそは首席異端審問官ドラノル・エーノックス。みすみすと逃すことはできません。最後に我が太刀にあなたと交える栄誉を与えたまえ。
ああ、歓迎してやら。このゲーム案外甘くないぜ。
In this world where the gems of rain fell slowly like large snowflakes on a snowy field, Delano and Battler slowly crossed paths. It seemed slow, and yet it happened in a flash. Their gazes crossed and clashed like lightning. When night confronts a night, it is always head-on and decided in a single strike. Blue and red cross paths.
書斎内に夏日の死角が存在することがあらかじめ示されましたか？示されていないならばこの推理は許されません。ノックス第8条、提示されない手がかりでの解決を禁ず。
Delanor's double strike with both the blue and red blades sliced at Battler, and missed. Those long swords, which had never lost in 100 battles, cut through the empty air.
書斎に入った時、その構造についてはっきりと言及してるぜ。王はあいにくだぜ。王子。
For the first time, Delano showed an expression. It was a soft smile. She had known since long ago that the study structure had been mentioned, but she couldn't let him escape without making a single strike. As an Inquisitor, she could not do that. So, though she had known that she would make it, she had still crossed swords with Battler.
ええ、知っていましたとも。あなたのこの答えはノックス第8条に抵触しません。
恨むなよ。暗いな。
いざ来たれ。
In Battler's hand was a blade that shone red. That blade etched out the red truth. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that Kinzo's study was a small villa he had created inside the mansion. A study, a book archive, a place to sleep, and a bathroom and washroom. It was divided into multiple rooms. That was already presented, and it suggests that the room-sized blind spots can exist within the study. Without any mercy, no, without any reluctance that would have been dishonorable, the sword of red truth cut into Delano. Its sharp trail cut the countless gem drops filling the sky into beautiful hemispheres.
見事です。
Time exploded into life. Both of them fell to the courtyard. One drifted down, the other tumbled through the air. Then there was a soft sound and a dull thud. That first was the sound of Battler landing gently in the courtyard. The second was the sound of Delano crashing down. After crouching down for a while, Battler slowly stood up. Though he had jumped down from the third floor, he had landed as lightly as though he had merely jumped over a fence.
Battler!
Pietro leaned out the study window looking to see if the supposedly wingless Battler had landed safely.
Pietro! 来い! 飛べ! その窓が俺たちの出口の扉だ! だから飛べ! お前は密室に閉じ込められてるような魔女じゃないだろうが!
The study was no longer a locked room. She could jump from here, escape from here. The locked room which had threatened to capture the witch and suffocate her had now been destroyed.
金蔵も
行け。バトラが答えを見せた時点でわしの魂はすでにこの密室を逃れておるわ。
So the lie was perpetuated because of Battler's actions. Kinzo's form became a group of gold butterflies and disappeared. The locked room barrier had dissolved and the power which denies magic had scattered. Pietro ran towards the window. That was the only exit from the locked room of this witch hunt. After glancing at the Inquisitors and the Siesta sisters, she readied her wound-covered body and ran towards the window just like Battler had done. She looked like Cinderella running as she heard the bell toll.
逃がすもんですかベアトリーチェ魔女幻想
Erika flew at Pietro trying to grab onto her as she dashed away. But it was like trying to catch smoke and Erika landed face first on the floor. There's no way a human can catch a witch. for one such as her without love, even touching Bieto was impossible.
システ隊、魔女を撃って撃ち殺して。
照準抵触せず、金系バトラの青き真実を防げる結界の準備、当方になしなりや。
Both Chester 00 and Gertrude spoke with unbelievably calm voices.
誰にも止められないの。バトラも銀蔵もベアトリーチェも。こいつらが逃げ出したら、私の密室が、推理が、この探偵フルドエリカが。
That's a first. Erika crouched, screaming and clutching at her head.
天下の黄金の魔女がジジイのカビ臭い書斎ごときで打ち破られてるんじゃねえ。まだ第一の番だろうが。新参どもにお前のゲームが甘くないってことを思い知らせてやれ。
Just like Battler, Bieto also jumped. She drifted down to the gem drop jewelry box whirled into Battler's chest. Battler caught her with both arms as though catching an angel's wings. It was like a knight catching a princess who had been locked up in a tower. Like a beautiful picture of a scene in some fairy tale.
やっばい、惚れたわ。後ろ宮家の当主ってこういうやつらばっかなの？
後宮金蔵の破天荒を記せば、書斎の魔導書の数に負けぬ長い波乱の物語が書けるでしょうが、その次の当主の物語も記す価値が大いにありそうだ。いえいえ、もう記しておりますとも。それはもう長い長い物語に。
The demons giggled on top of the roof, holding umbrellas. Then, they quietly looked down over the two in the courtyard.
お前、やるな。
お前のゲームで何回鍛えられたと思ってんだよ。
In shock, Bieto actually praised Battler as he held her in his arms. Battler laughed in his usual carefree way.
こんなことがありえない、ありえない。
Erika looked down from the window and clenched her teeth, still clutching at her head. Still holding Bieto in his arms, Battler grinned back.
エリカ。
何ですか？
黄金の魔女の謎はお前にはくれてやらねえ。俺が解く。こいつはな、俺たち二人の謎なんだよ。ま、ベアと。
うん。わらわの謎は、
そう
As Battler gave her a mischievous grin, Bieto's face turned uncharacteristically red. But even so, she spoke with a refreshingly bright expression while laughing loudly.
わらわの謎は、そなただけのものだ。後ろ宮バトラー。他の誰にも解かせてはやらぬ。
こいつめ、ふざけたこと言いやがって。
Battler snorted, amused that Bieto had said something so unlike her. And still, holding Bieto in his arms, he spun around in a kind of waltz. The falling gem drops celebrated their overcoming of this trial.
3階の窓から飛び降りて、無事飛び降りて密室を脱出。ふざけてます。こんなの推理じゃない。めちゃくちゃです。
If Battler had at least been seriously injured and writhing in the mud, Erika might still have had some ground to stand on. She might have been able to claim that Kinzo couldn't have jumped down with his old body and gotten away unscathed. However, Battler stood calmly in the courtyard, looking up at Erika with the dignity of the victor.